Alright, class, today is Wednesday, the 29th of March. March is about to end. If you need to get something done in March, do it now, do it now. Alright, here is standard one. Standard one is solving exponential function. And all an exponential function means is the x is in the exponent, floating up high. To solve it, you need a tool. What's the tool that you use to solve an exponential function? Oh, that's it. Anybody know what the tool is that you use to solve an exponential function? Out there is a good answer, good answer. But there's a button you have to hit on there. Let me pass those out. Anybody know what that button is? Log. When you hear log, I know in the math world, some other math teacher's going to teach like, this is a logarithm and it does whatever, whatever. Here's all I want you to think. Hey, my car stops, assuming you know how to do stuff to it. You open up the hood, you're looking in there, the little, maybe the thing off the battery came off, I don't know what it's called, but I need a tool to tighten that thing up. It might be a wrench or a ratchet or whatever it's called, but you use whatever that tool is, right? Well, I want you to feel the same about logarithm. It's just a tool. To undo division, I gotta use multiplication. To undo addition, I have to use subtraction. To undo exponential, I have to use log. That's it. It's just a tool to fix whatever problem. Alright, with that said, let me write this problem and then pass out the calculator because you'll need them in a second. So some of you can write, and that way I'm passing out the calculator. So this is standard one. You're writing on your notebook paper. Now, why don't you have to kind of write this down again, and maybe you put down the date because you have two notebook papers, and eventually you're going to have to figure out, okay, which one should I be looking at? That old one from a long time ago, or this brand new one? Anybody come in here? You did get a notebook paper? All right. Today is 3/29. Today is a Wednesday. All right. Why are you tasting this one? When you get your assessment, even if you didn't do super on standard one, there's one that you can go back and go, you know what? Take a look at that one. Yeah, see it? So here's how it might be written. P of X. That's just a name. That's the type of car. Like I have a Toyota Camry. The P is just a type of car. Who sits in it is the X. I'm the X. I just have 2 to the X power. This is an exponential function. How do I know the X is up in the sky? All right. Hey, we need to solve this problem, but they haven't given us enough information. They need to tell us what the P of X is. And you're just testing yourself to see what, if I had to do this one on a test today, would I know what to do before he told me? So I'm going to let you guess first, because your brain is always ready to learn once. And let me even help a little bit here by putting this P of X in blue to help some student out, because I like helping students. Watch your time, because this is old. I don't have that much time. How would I get this answer? I'll calculate this in a moment. Let's see if I cut you in half. I don't know what you're going to do if I cut you in half. No, I'll do it as is. Please solve that problem. Hey, somebody tell me the first thing I'm going to do to this problem. Yeah, nice and easy. So step one, take what they told me PX is and put it in place of PX. PX is cool, so I'm putting cool in the place of PX. If you didn't do that part, do that part. Do that part. Now here's the beauty. You're basically down to the last step. Heck, how can we down the last step? All we do is put the number in. Now, when you see this in test format, they're going to have a big paragraph above. They're going to say something about a whole bunch of stuff. And then at some point, they're going to offer you the equation. You need to know, okay, find the equation. And at some point, they need to tell you what P of X is. Somewhere, look, keep reading. Somewhere they have to put P of X is whatever. Now, I did the short version because I'm not going to write a paragraph up here. Okay. Once you find it, then step one, put it in. Once you're here, there's the next step. Someone different. Can someone different say what the next step will be? You are going to divide. Now, the thing you're going to divide by, and I should have put it in red, let me write down here. Now, why is he going to rewrite? He's going to ask you to rewrite too. In math, you try never to put 2 steps or 2 moves on one line. If you put 2 moves on one line, then it's just, all right, go back and check your notes, read through your notes if you missed this one. And you look at your notes and like, there are 2 moves, like, what's going on? Whereas if you write each step along the way, you go, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Here it comes. Just what David said, step 2, we're going to divide. that too. Divide on both sides. Now here's the problem. I'll keep saying it so that if you see another math teacher and they try and do a whole bunch of different stuff, technically, if I just divided 2 and 2, that would be wrong. There's an extra thing that I can do that allows us to be right, even though some other math teachers might be mad about it. What's the extra thing that I need to do, someone? And anyone can say this. There's something missing. Yeah. You gotta put log on this side. Now there's a long version of why that gets the job done. But again, before, I've taught it the long way. And a lot of people missed it. So I'm teaching it the short way, and we'll see if a lot of people miss it. If they do, then I guess it's either way. So do me a favor. What I want you to know, too, for the new problems, once x is alone, that is, these two cancel out, and x is left by itself. When x is left by itself, I need you to know you win. You solved the problem. X equals blank. That's the answer. On the new problems, we're going to get to x so fast that you're going to be like, whoa, did I solve it or no? Yeah, when x is alone, you win. All right, so here it comes. Someone in the calculator and I feel like I saw it out there, log. Well, actually, everybody plug it in if you did it before. And then the people who had it before, you can tell us what it is. But when the people plug it in, they'll know if they got it right. So someone who got a final answer on this one, say what x wanted to equal. There's an 11 floating out there. I feel like that might be, but I'm not sure. So as other people plug it in, I want everyone to plug it in just so you remember where the log button is. You got another 11. Make sure that you put your parenthesis around the 48 and around the 2. I feel like sometimes it seems to matter, sometimes it doesn't, but as long as you put in the parenthesis, it will always be A-OK. Take a look at that problem as you're writing, and again, punch it into your calculator. Make sure you get that 11. But if you set it up and you can't push that thing in right, or you make a mistake on that, it's true. I can't give you the points. Take a look. Second one you've heard before. This one we won't take super long on, but just see what you can do with it. This is standard 3. I've left standard 1. There are more on standard 1 than on standard 3. But my goal today is standard 3 out the way, and let them taste a little bit of standard 2. Okay? Let's see what we got here. Standard 3. This one has a little something like this. Y equals 408 times 2.14, because you have calculated raised to the x power. How can you tell this is an exponential function? I'm going to ask, hey, can anyone tell me how I can tell this is an exponential function? X is in the power, it's in the exponent. They want you to solve this problem when y is 600. Let me put that in blue, just so some students feel comfortable again with it. I feel bad for that baby. We've been crying like 20 minutes. Whatever's hurting or whatever. It's like, oh, it's a game. It's a normal person. With the new stuff, they won't give us the problem with the x floating in the air. So our first task is going to be, okay, rearrange this problem so that it looks like what we're used to. Once it looks like what we're used to, then you're back home. So the new stuff, we're not on the new stuff yet. They're going to try and make it look different. You're like, whoa, what is that? How do we do that? Then I'm going to say, okay, all I got to do is write the base and switch the top numbers. Base and switch. If I were a rapper, I would make a song base and switch. I don't know what it would mean, but base and switch would be like the hook. All right, in any case, let's see if we can get this one done. If I have my little writing thing, which I don't, so I'll use my finger for now. All right, here we go. Hey, somebody tell me what's the first thing we're going to do to this problem. You can say it out loud. Yeah, get rid of the 408. See, because plus is just a base raised to power, we divide, log, win. But as long as there's this extra piece, which is what they're going to do today, give you extra pieces, you got to get rid of the extra pieces first. So, let's do 408. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I didn't put in that thing. Can I just back out? Will you back out for me? All right, let me put in the 600 first. Here comes the 408, 214. Here comes the X. I will do two pieces on the same line right now. I will need a calculator person to say it's going to be 1 point something. What is 600 divided by that 408? Help me out because I don't know it. I don't know it. Help me fill my bucket. What's the bucket? Show a thumbs. Show thumbs. Can I help you fill your bucket today? Thumbs up. Say yes. You can help me. Thanks. So sideways like thumbs down like I got it. I'm on my own, man. All right, whatever. All right, here goes. This is me trying to help you fill your bucket. Your bucket. By the way, look at this. You're right about like right here. Your bucket's like right about here. Once we click, probably the next week or so, that last unit, boom, this bucket is full. Hopefully no one's leaking. That is, all right, so what's the 600 divided by 408? 1.47. I'm speeding up now because I need the time for the new stuff. Hey, what's the next thing I'm going to do? Yeah, can you feel that? Divide that 2.14. And let me say this to people who aren't sort of good in math. What happens to you is that pattern thing just never gets inside of you. For people good in math, we keep doing the same thing, and they're like, okay, we got rid of the 408. Oh, I remember this part when it's just the number, divide, log, I win. People not good in math, somehow, when we get to this part here, it's like a brand new song to them. It's like seeing it for the first time, like, dang, I'm not doing that. Like, maybe I got subtract 214, maybe? Yeah, it's like that. So if it's that way for you, it's just that way. Here comes the 214. Why does he do it in red? I don't know. Because this is the part that's going to get the log. Now, oh man, this is a math teacher mad about this? I'm going to get you the right answer. In that new class that you're in, that new teacher you have will explain all the stuff to you. And once you get down to this part, don't say this to him. My old teacher used to. We hate that. We hate what your old teacher used to do. Just get the answer right. And then on your paper, he might try and correct or say like, well, no, technically you can't divide these. You're supposed to have the word log on this side too. You don't have to write this. Just write it for a second so someone can see it. So that when the other math teacher gets mad, technically, I'm going to erase it. Technically, the log is supposed to be here as well. Don't write it or whatever. You don't need to. I just want to show what that other teacher's going to show. But since these things are going to cancel out over here, don't make the drama happen over here. Make the drama happen over here. So I'm going to erase that. All right. What does that give us? Anybody know the final answer? X equals something. Log 147. He was about to say anything back though. Okay. 0.506. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying not to have you guys go out as much. Oh yeah, that big thing. All right, we'll go and come right back. Don't do anything out there. So I have to like, hey, why'd you let her go? Like, she drank a big thing of drink. Don't drink a big thing of drink, people. All right, I'm connected to you. If I wasn't connected to you, it wouldn't matter. Like if she sends her whole class out to the restroom, guess what? I don't care. I'm not connected to her. I don't have to answer for you guys. Let's answer. All right, now pause. Hey, look at it. See if there's something you want to ask. And I know a lot of young people will not ask. There are 3 categories on this piece of paper that I wish I could bring up. I'm going to put a start in the middle section. So how can I get them to do that without showing it on the board? For some people who might be watching it. There are 4 problems in the middle section. Put a star right here in this middle section. Now, eventually, I'm going to have you maybe do a little bit of the top and the bottom. But for today's purposes, for making this clear as it can be just with this little section so that they don't get confused, I'm just going to eat up maybe 2 of these middle problems. So that I can have 2 of them left over for next time. Eventually, if you want it to be maybe one of your 6 pages, which it may not be, it's going to be too easy. We'll see. We'll decide whether it'll be 1 to 6. All right, here it comes. I wish my teacher knew. I'm not even thinking about that right now. All right, so here we go. It's fine. I know. I'm only excited and trying to pretend like I think you're interested, just so that at least it's not painful. Like, all right, class, today we're going to be focusing on Yeah. See, that was her inner self coming out like, that's why I don't do that. That's why I pretend like I'm all like, hey, people, let's do this. And I'm all talking about your butt because you're like, all right, just a little bit more. But here we go. I used to be in math class once too, and I'm like, oh, shoot. Just right. Just keep right. And I was a doodler. A doodler is where the teacher's talking, I'm waiting for him to write something on the board. Until he's writing on the board, I don't care what you're even saying. So I'm doodling, I'm doing like this little circle thing I used to do, that little spiral. And at the top of the spiral, and then cut down. And then he starts writing, okay, now I'm writing. All right, because also I knew I was planning on trying to follow the steps too. So, it's true, you can daydream while I'm just chatting right now. Wugga, 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 just daydream, daydream. But you know when I write stuff down, okay, that must be important. Otherwise, why would he waste his time writing it down? If anyone sees that writing thing that I use, just tell me. Look at that back table of our see if you see. You see it? You see it? All right. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Anybody see it? All right. All right, let's write this down for them. The middle section. Hey, Thomas, show them the first problem, the middle section. All right, standard 3 again. You haven't seen these before. They're so easy that they had to add, remember this guy here, where they threw in the 408 before you got the easy step? These problems are so easy that they have to throw in a 408. So let's show you the easy version. Then I can see if I can throw in a 408 for you. Then you're like, oh, that's it. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. Okay. This is the part where if you're going to pay attention, you're going to learn, boom, this is the section. Here it comes. Let's do log base 7 of x equals 3. Please solve this problem for x. Well, here's the problem. They already have the log in there, which is what we usually do. The log, we divide. So, okay, so what does he want me to do? We have to rewrite this problem as an exponential. And here's how we do it. Let me see if I can change the color of that log 7. And I'm going to make it red. I wish you had a red pen so you can see where the action is going to happen. In this problem, 7 is the base. How do you find the base? The base is always at the bottom. Base is at the bottom. Base is at the bottom. Whenever you have a base is at the bottom. The base will always stay at the bottom even when I rewrite it. So here's how I'm going to write. Base and switch. Base and switch. Hey Thomas, please rewrite this problem as an exponential problem. Base, what are you going to switch? The x and the 3. Base and switch. Base and switch. A long time ago I used to draw arrows. How the 7 is going to swing down across. No. Base and switch. From here to here is the big deal. If you can do from here to here, you're a genius. Step 2. Normally, this move from here to here is the thing I'm teaching you. So that's the part you have to remember. Normally, we would say, okay, well, the next thing to do, 7 is the red. We're going to apply 7 on both sides, log. But it turns out, we don't have to do this. You don't have to stop. Because the x, which is normally floating up high, when the x is in the exponent, you need a log to bring it down. You need some special move. Turns out, from here to here, we're done. What do you mean we're done? X is alone. When x equals blank, that's the answer. So what is it that you need to do in your calculator? You need to do 7 raised to the 3rd power equals, and you win. So do me a favor. In your calculators, do 7. The caret symbol is right below the clear button. I rewrote the base, and I switched it. Now, I'm just giving you meaningless moves to get the correct answer, which is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to explain why it works. But, why not can I just let you get the answer? Either I'll explain it later or some other teacher. This one I am coming around to see calculators because it's so easy. It better be in the calculator. Everybody's calculator. I'd be like saddened that. All right, someone say out loud what the answer is. 343 is the correct answer. 7 to the 3rd power means 7 times 7, which is 49. 49 times 7, which is 343. I'm going to come out to your calculators on this one. To change from logarithmic form to exponential form, the way I say it, and other teachers will say it differently, is base and switch, right? The base and switch these two. Last thing I'm going to say before we do one other easy one. If you're not super math, you don't have to listen to what I'm about to say. But if you can hold math stuff in your brain, listen to it for a second. You don't need it. I just want you to hear it just in case you're in a real math class. Here goes. The log question asks the following. What? How do I say it? No. Well, I was going to say it's going to be too tricky. Let me see if I can back up and try it one more time. What is the answer to the problems when you raise the base? Nah, I tried. Didn't do it. I'm moving on. All right, here we go. Let's do a second one. Do me a favor. The second problem in line, so that you can be doing it while I'm writing it. Step 1. Change it from base form. Change it from logarithmic form to exponential form, and then get the answer. So problem 2, do what we did on the board. Problem 3 and 4, I'm going to try and add in that 408 so it can make it harder. And then you'll be like, is that it? I'm like, that's all I got. Standard 3, second part. I'm only doing 3 pieces today. This is the second piece. So if you're getting it, you are good, and so am I. If you're not getting it, I'm still good. All right, now here we go. You fill in the blank. So what are you doing? Doing problem number 2. We're only doing the middle section because that top section tricky. A long time ago because I was a young teacher. I taught all of it. And then the students only had to do this one on the test. And they missed it. You know why? Because they thought it was a top section. Yeah, and then they thought it was the bottom section. I'm like, Thomas, why would you teach them all of it? And then they miss it. And then you go back to only teaching them the middle part that they missed. So this time you're just teaching the middle part that you missed. Well, how are we going to learn the other part? You can go to the tutor, go to Google, you can Snapchat it, you can Instagram it, you can do whatever you need to do if you want to learn it. For now, let's get you past the steps. All right, so do the second problem, please. Here it goes. You could if you wanted to. I don't use it, but one day I think I will. I have kids, but they're young, so I don't have to know it yet. At some point, I will. See the terrible things I see. Teach my kid how to bully other kids. They're not hard enough. They gotta learn math, and now you get to bully them on. How do I know? Your tweets the bottom. All right, go ahead. Step 1 for all the juices out there: base and switch. Now, these problems happen to be turning out nice and easy. There is a version where when you do base and switch, the X ones that look here at the very top, and you have to do that log, divide, log, that thing. Here you get lucky. What was the answer I said out there? X is equal to what again? 64. In the context of this problem, like, what are they asking? They're saying if I take the base and I raise it to the power of the number on the other side, what would that equal? So it's a weird way of asking this problem, but that's what the log world does. All right, so now let's fool them a little bit so that they don't feel as smart as they feel right now. This isn't the 408 thing, but this is something having to do with this little baby 2. All right, let me see if I can write this problem in now. I don't know what the answer is going to be to this problem I'm about to make up, but since we're using calculators, I guess it doesn't matter how hard it's going to be. Let's change that thing a little bit by doing this. Let's keep the same colors, so that it's not the colors that messes them up. Try this one. Okay, same kind of problem. Only thing that's missing is that 2. Now, test level. We're stepping up now to the next level. First level, we just did 2 of those. Okay, yeah, they got it. Now they're going to base and switch, and if the things to the power, punch it in. Now, what I want to come around is to see, what should I say? Should I hint to them? Yeah, I'll hint to you. When there's no number, no base hanging off of the log. Like you don't see it. There actually is a base number. But because it's the one that's always there when it's missing, they don't have to know it. So like this thing of like when x is raised to a power, when it's just x, what power is x raised to? Does anyone know? What x is raised to when there's no number there? Yeah, it's 1. And because it's always 1, we never have to write it. Well, there is a number that's hooked onto the log that when it's not there, they expect, because you've been in the master's class, Algebra 2, first semester, that you'll get to know it. I'm going to give about 10 seconds for you to write it in, because without it, you can't do the problem. The minute you know it, boom, it's the same problem. You're a winner. Write in the number. I'm peeking around. Are they putting anything down on that thing? I'm looking. Write a number on that G. I'm looking. Oh, you run out of time, Thomas. Oh, no. And there's a standard 2. Oh, right. No, I'm not looking at it. Running out of time. Now I'm just going to tell you some stuff. Standard 3, again, this is part I want you to have, but I am going to do a little piece with the standard 2. That way some people who you just get it the first time, again, you get to get it today. All right, and someone say the number. What number goes here in the box? 1 is a good answer. It is not it. It's also 2, yeah. Oh, that's not it. 3, no, 6, 72. Oh, all right, like it's random what they think. It turns out it is going to be base 10. Don't ask one. No. No, it is the rule. When the math people gave it to me, like, it is a 10. I'm like, all right, I'll tell them it's a 10. I'm sure there's some reason somebody made it for whatever reason. I don't know it. Yeah, I just want to do that. All right. So here's the deal. It is a 10. If ever you get just a log, they don't put a base 2, log base 7. If they don't tell you what base it is with an actual number, automatically it's 10. Now, why is that good news? Because now, base and switch. Base and switch. And I hope some of you who feel like math is hard can start feeling something like, yeah, how would I be able to do it if he didn't tell me that 10 was the base? Like, I wouldn't be able to know. Like, I'm not just going to be able to come up with that. Right. Math class is all about filling the bucket by saying, okay, here's the situation you get, and here's what it should be. Remember that, okay? Make sure you remember that. The only thing that makes math hard is that. So math is memory. If you have a good memory, usually you can be good in math. If you have a bad memory, you can be bad in math. All right. 10 raised to the power. The good news is the power on the 10. I don't need a calculator. It tells you how many zeros are going to follow the 1. Hey Thomas, how many zeros are going to follow this one? 6. Now, I can tell I've been using up brain power. So here, let me do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's the answer to that problem. But they're not going to make it that easy. So let me try and do one with all the pieces. Let me find out how people feel about this problem here with the base 10. Now that you know it should be a 10 out there. Easy, hard, in between. What would that one be? Like easy, hard, in between. Show me a thumb on that. I appreciate that. Alright, let's take them to the next level now. Let me see if I can put in all the pieces and see what you do with it. Past level like. So I took you from beginning, talking about the base 10. Now I'm just putting them in the deep end of the pool. Just swing your arms, and obviously the lifeguard's going to come in and get you. He's not going to let you drown and get fired. Here it comes. Y equals -4 times log x. Oh, they put it around backwards. And they want y to be. And now you're in for it. Yeah, so let's see. Y equals -4 times log x. My hint to you to begin this one is write down the base that should be hooked on to log. And remember the whole 408 thing? The other problems are so easy that I had to put a 408. So negative 4 is your 408. You can see two of these. And then I'm going to say some other stuff. And nope, I might be out of. I'm going to try. This is test level like. Good. I'll talk to myself. All right, you replace it with an 8, which is fine. Now, here's the lesson I want to teach you. Teachers always start teaching the easy version where everything's already in place. Test people are like, look, we got to make it harder than the easy version. So let's pretend like the 8 shouldn't go there by putting it over there. Some students go like, oh, why won't we do that? Why? Now, I put it in blue. They won't put it in blue. But you fill that piece in. Oh. All right. What I may do today, after this long one, I could do one more of these. I'll let you try one more of these. I'll let you try one more of these, and that'll be this version of it. You'll get to see it again next time, so that way if you need to fix it, you can. But I think I'm going to try to introduce that third piece where you draw a picture of an airplane taking off. If I can draw an airplane taking off. And when I tell you where it hits the wall, you should be okay with that. So I'm going to try that. Some of you, you'll have to blank out. Just stare. But a couple of you, I want you to at least have it available. So let's finish this one. Have you do one more of these, and then let it go. So step 1, you put that 8 in place. Someone tell me what to do on step 2. Yeah, and I saw that on some people's papers. Hey, good job, -4 dividers. If you didn't do it, it's okay. This is the first hard one. This is the first hard one. Let's see, what is 8 divided by -4? All right, thank you, -2. But watch this. Once you get here, somebody still looking at this. What else do I do? Base and switch. Base and switch. Now they put it over here. Normally, the one that I just showed you, it would have looked like this. See, this is the one that you had. This one here, all you have to do is write your base and your switch. That's how I showed it to you already. But to make it harder for you, look at what they did. They put all this log X stuff over here and the 2 over here. So some students are like, I've never seen this kind before. Well, really, it's the same thing. Watch this. Base and switch. The X is over here. Take a look at it, see if anything's messed up on yours. So the switch part is the 2 things that are on opposite sides of the equal sign. They're the things that get switched. The base is still the guy hanging down low. So this -2 that's over here, he switched to be connected to 10. And the X that was with the 10, he switched to the other side. It's almost like, I don't want to use girlfriend, boyfriend, that's high school. No, I don't want to use that. Base, if you use drugs, no, I don't want to use that. I don't want to use drugs. Trying to think of something that could make you think about it, but without getting me fired, and I don't want to be fired. Okay, I got it. Everything can make you fired. Okay. All right. Yeah, and then the police like, yeah, and then he got off right there. Bring you all in. Yeah, so he was on drugs the whole time. All right, in any case, here we go. Once the X is alone, you win, though. Somebody in the calculator, tell me what 10 to the -2 power is. It has to equal something. Say it again. 0.01. I heard it more than once. But really, watch this. On your paper, if you get all the way down to this, it's how you punch in the wrong numbers. When it's time for you to fix, I'll ask you, and you go, hey, show me what you punched in. I didn't punch it, whatever. Oh, there it is. Should have used A. But at this point, you're a winner. So let's pause. Let's look at it, see if there are questions. Something came up. Where'd you get that red 10 from? When there's no base on the log, it has to be a 10. Why do you do base and switch? That's what the teacher said to do. And how do I put in a negative sign in front of that 2? When I do that 10 caret sign, use the negative symbol below the number 3. Don't put a minus sign. It'll mess things up. Or it should mess things up. The switchers were the X and the 2 are the switchers. Almost like juggling. Okay, it could be like juggling. The base is juggling them. See, he went on this side and he went over here. Alright. One last test level 1. Now, what if I did test? What if I get it all mixed up? Okay. Okay. But I want you to taste it. Alright, so let's give them a chance to taste one more test level like. After that, I'm going to say something about drawing an airplane. For those who need to just get this part and getting something new would throw it off, I would say to you, maybe write what I write, but don't stress on on getting it. Here we go. The last one. This one I'm making everything black, so no blue to remind you or anything like that. This is, again, if you're writing standards, it's standard 3. So that if you miss it, you need to go back to all right, continue to take the test. Do what you can. All right, unless you answer a question, you can let it go. If you know some of the harder stuff, don't answer one of the earlier ones, because that way we can save the harder one for you. If no one answers, then of course I'll get your help. So again, first question is kind of a straightforward one. So again, if you know some of the harder stuff, hold off, see if anyone will answer this first one, and then from there we'll take it off. Can someone tell me what first step I'm going to do? Put in the Y. All right, so you're out for a moment there. Someone different. Here comes the question. What am I going to do second? All right, that's out. He's out there. 30 divided by 60 should be, is it? 25, thank you. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is an extra question, though, technically it's on there. Someone tell me what the base will be on this log when there's nothing there. Okay. And again, if you answered, it puts you out. You don't get to answer another one. Anybody know what the move is called to go from the logarithmic form to exponential form? I've said it once or twice. All right, yeah, anybody can get back in the pool now? I kind of heard it. Base and switch. And then the last move, someone say what this answer is. Someone said it really well. Say it again. 3.16. This part I actually want to see in the calculators. I'm going to come around and see this for half a second. And I'm going to just start part of this new thing. I'm going to say a little about the new thing. That way when I say it again on Sunday, Wednesday, when I say it on Monday, it'll be like, oh, I remember he did start that last time. But I'm not going to be able to finish it. Now this puzzle only has 4 pieces. But of the puzzle, you only need to find 2 of the 4 pieces. So this is what I'm doing. You have to build an exponential function. This is page 9. You have to build an exponential function. They're going to say words to you, and then you have to get the numbers and you put them where they go. But what does Thomas want you to know? You only need to find 2 pieces. So what does Thomas want you to do in the 4 minutes that he has? He wants you to write down the formula, what the puzzle looks like. The puzzle looks like this. Y equals A times B to the x power. There's the puzzle. Write that puzzle down. This is standard 2. Where can they write standard 2? This will be too much, and I can tell already, but I'm still going to tease it. The y and the x are part of the puzzle, but you never have to find those pieces. Unless it say y equals whatever. They'll just tell you. is the A and the B that you need to find. Now, a lot of the times, they like to just give you the B, or they like to just give you the A, so one of them is going to be easy. For A, write down initial amount. Initial amount. Initial amount. In other words, in all these story problems, while you write down initial amount, these story problems say, Eric had a bunch of money. He put it in the bank. He was compounding at an interest of 4.5, but initially he had only $5,000. Initial amount. When it's time to put this puzzle together, they have to tell you how much you started out with, the initial amount. Then from there, they have to tell you how fast things are. It's going to be doubling, it's going to be tripling, it's going to be like 5%. That's the other piece of the puzzle. So when you're looking at the puzzle, and you're looking for the two things, what are the two things you look for? How much did I start out with? My A. A is at the beginning of the alphabet. It's the thing you start out with. The other number is the only other thing that goes, and that's B. So in this problem up here, they gave you the actual function. Do me a favor. On that function, put the letter A next to under the number that is A, the initial amount, and put the letter B under the number that says how it's going to be growing. This one's already put together for you, but I just want you to see how easy finding A and B are. All right, out loud, somebody tell me what A is going to be in this problem up here, in this formula. Yeah, the 5,000 is the number that comes first. And if you were to read the problem, an investment of 5,000 doubles. What is the B, someone? Yeah, it's just the 2. You did it. See how standard 2 is? Now, again, they make it hard, but I just want you to feel like that can't be it. Yeah. All right, let me see if I can do it again for you. Just right now, the A and the B. Now, of course, this one is a trick one. I'll do it this way. When they just give it that simple, we can see the B. I can see the B. The question is, where's the A? When there's no number in front of that one, there's a hidden number. So I'm going to squeeze that in for me. And under, write down which one is the A, which one is the B. I get to do this 2 more times, and then I have to stop it. Okay. Someone say what A is? Uh-oh. And what is B? No big deal. See if we can get to one last one of these. I'm just getting you ready for Monday, so then when we get to deeper, you're like, oh, okay, I kind of remember that. Go to awesome. Go to page 12. Page 12. That's where I started you. Please write the letters A and B where you think they go. Page 12. A and B where you think they go. All right. You are, yes. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. None of that worry. On page 12, the A and B, then I'm going to have you put your stuff away. Did I skip it? Oh, here's page 12. What number am I putting A under? 10. And B? We'll continue this part, standard 2, next time.